Raider Nation frustration is boiling over today. There's hot talk about a 1,000-yard wideout asking out, roster moves with a veteran promoted, and deep breath, an explosive scenario linking an MVP to Las Vegas. On top of that, the final injury report casts a dark shadow. And what happens with the offense heading into the Colts matchup? Stick around because the last piece is the heaviest. But before we dive into all these stories, let me quickly say this. Hit that subscribe button. It's free and it really helps this channel grow. Smash the like too, because that way YouTube shares this conversation with more Raiders fans out there, and drop your comment, because this is the space for everyone who lives and breathes Raider Nation. Just win, baby! Let's lay it all out because this one is burning hot. The 1,000-yard receiver is back in the spotlight. Not for what he's doing on the field, but because of tension off it. Since the offseason, there's been talk he asked for a trade, and even though he's been professional and produced, the vibe never fully cleared. Now the Bombshell, a possible deal that would send him straight to the Bills for a 4th-round pick. Is it worth it? Think about it. He's not a superstar, but he's not just anybody either. He hit that 1,000-yard mark last year, and even so, he's lumped in with guys not getting the contract they want in Vegas. It's that classic front office dilemma. Keep someone who might walk for nothing or get something back while you can. To be honest with you, this could split the locker room. The player himself said he held back from forcing things out of respect for his teammates. That kind of loyalty hits different. But if the front office has no plans to pay him, it's creating a future problem. The Bills, meanwhile, are hungry. Their offense is explosive but thin on the outside. Drop this wideout into Josh Allen's system and things change fast. And we're left asking if the Raiders missed their window to get value, sitting at 1-3 with the season off to a rough start. Raider Nation is tired of seeing talent walk away for nothing. Does the front office pull the reset button or ride this strained relationship to the end? Only here you'll get this straight fan take. It's not just about stats, it's about locker room chemistry and the message the team sends. Drop your comment if you agree, because this storyline isn't going away. And hold tight because the next update shows the roster already shifting again. Check this out, Raider Nation, roster shuffle is real. The team just pulled up a veteran wide receiver to the active roster, and to make room, placed a linebacker on injured reserve. Moves like this show the staff is scrambling, because 1-3 to start the year is a full-blown red alert. The guy promoted is a grinder, one of those bouncing between practice squad and roster. He's not a star, but he's got heart, and sometimes that spark makes a difference. But nothing comes free. The linebacker on IR, out at least 4 weeks. He wasn't a headline name, but every piece matters, especially on a defense that's already shaky. And here's another layer. The star tight end is expected to play against the Colts even after missing practice. Honestly, I'm torn. We need him, but throwing him out there at less than 100% could be a disaster. Even female fans in the nation are saying it. Don't risk him now just to lose him later. On the flip side, the offensive coordinator said the group's success last week wasn't about changing scheme, but finally executing right. That's good to hear. Shows they still believe in the plan. But will that hold up against a fired-up Colts squad at home? Only here you'll get this fan's take. The offense flashed life, but the defense lost depth, and that might cost us. Drop a comment. Does adding this vet WR matter, or is it just a Band-Aid? Stay tuned, because the next headline is massive, tied to a name that could completely reshape the franchise. Raider fans, buckle up, because this one is wild, and the kind of rumor that makes you dream and doubt all at once. There's serious talk floating around about none other than Lamar Jackson landing in silver and black. Not bar talk, actual analysis out there with a scenario sending first-round picks Geno Smith and Tyree Wilson to Baltimore in exchange for the 2-time MVP. Just picture it, Lamar walking into Allegiant Stadium, goosebumps, the man is electric. Tom Brady himself called him the eraser because he turns dead plays into first downs. We're sick of watching this offense stall. Geno works hard, sure, but he's not the future. Pete Carroll doesn't have time to waste. Meanwhile, the Ravens are 1-3, banged up with injuries to key stars. When a loaded roster struggles, big shakeup rumors get louder. I'm not saying Harbaugh just hands Lamar over, but smoke is already there, and in the NFL, where there's smoke, Brady, with his influence behind the scenes, has openly praised Lamar. When Brady talks, front offices listen. And that's where the dilemma splits Raider Nation. Do you give up high picks and young talent for an instant shot or stay patient with the draft? Some are shouting, do it now, just win, baby, while others remember past blockbuster trades that backfired. I'm split myself. Emotion says yes, logic says be careful. Only here you get this unfiltered take. Trading for Lamar means going all in with the stadium exploding, jerseys flying off shelves, the whole city buzzing. But if it goes wrong, the bill comes due fast. Would you make that all-in move? Drop your thoughts because the next update is real, not hypothetical, and it's already hitting the roster hard. Now let's talk about what really stings. The final injury report of the week. And Raider Nation, it wasn't pretty. The team was already hurting after losing the starting left tackle, the anchor since 2018. Now it's confirmed. He's not back anytime soon, maybe done for the season. That completely changes the offense. Without him, the quarterback is a sitting duck and the run game suffers. And it didn't stop there. 7 players made the list, including the gut punch. The star tight end missed 2 straight practices with that lingering knee issue from week 1. He's questionable for the Colts. Be real. Is it worth putting him out there half speed? I'm worried it just makes things worse. Even fans are saying it. Better to hold him back now than lose him for months. Still, there were bright spots. Max Crosby was a full go in practice. That's huge, because he's the heart of this defense. Wideout Justin Shorter and corner Decamarion Richardson were full participants too. That helps. Eric Stokes and Michael Mayer were limited, but at least they weren't shut down. Across the field, the Colts have their own injury mess. Linebacker out, wide receiver banged up, lineman questionable. That evens things a bit, but don't kid yourself. Road trip, long travel, hostile crowd, this won't be easy. Only here you get this fan perspective. Losing your franchise left tackle is a body blow, but seeing Crosby ready brings life. The question is, does this roster have the depth to hold it together? Drop your comment, because the final headline today could decide if the season survives or slips away. And here's the last piece. Raider Nation. Offense, offense, offense. At the end of the day, that's what decides if we sink or swim. We all knew the defense would be shaky, but the offense has been the letdown. This team sits at 1-3 and hasn't played a complete game. Even in the lone win, it was incomplete. Against the Bears, the run game finally exploded, but the quarterback threw 3 more interceptions. 7 picks in 4 weeks, that kills any momentum. FanDuel set his passing line at 238.5 yards. He clears it when he doesn't hand the ball away, but turnovers have become routine. To be honest, I still hope for that one clean game, but patience is wearing thin. The Colts defense, not elite. They gave up 360 yards to Matthew Stafford and then lost corner Xavier Howard to retirement. There's an opening. But without the left tackle, the line has to prove it can hold. If not, it's repeat nightmare time. The silver lining is Ashton Jeanty. He went off last week with 138 rushing yards and 3 total scores. He showed what he can do with space. Problem is, the Colts know that too, and they'll stack the box. Can this offense adapt, or are we one-dimensional? Only here you get the fan's eye view. If the Raiders repeat what worked against Chicago, there's hope. If they repeat the turnovers, forget it. Raider Nation needs confidence. Even the women in the fan base are calling for smarter play calls, less forcing, more balance. The OC said it's about execution, but the truth comes out on Sunday. Drop your comment. Will this offense finally click, or are we staring at another letdown? Because if the answer's bad, this season might already be slipping away. Raider Nation, after everything we've broken down, one thing's clear. This is an emotional crossroads. A 1,000-yard receiver unhappy, a veteran climbing into the roster, even a wild rumor about an MVP in silver and black. On top of that, the injury report ripped away our best protector and piled more pressure on an offense that has to deliver now. It's drama and hope colliding, the Raider way. And to be honest, the fans are right to demand more. More clarity, more fire, fewer excuses. But this franchise is never just numbers. It's about tradition, emotion, and the weight of the silver and black carried by every man and woman who reps this shield. The future may be uncertain, but Raider Nation's intensity is guaranteed. Drop your comment on what worries you most today, because this community belongs to all of us. And remember, just when you think you've seen it all, something new shows up. Don't miss the next video, because Las Vegas never rests. Just win, baby.